Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Our first guest today is the very, very special Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer has been with us for several months now. When he came into us, he was in pretty bad shape. He had a very serious upper respiratory infection. As you can see, he is just a bundle full of love here. Hopefully we can get a real close-up on his eyes when he turns around and show you. He has the most beautiful blue eyes on him. Let's see if we can get you to turn around this way. He is just a really sweet cat. Came into us, like I said, a few months ago. He was actually in really bad shape. His upper respiratory infection was just severe. We sent him immediately to have him diagnosed, made sure that he is negative for feline leukemia and feline AIDS, and found out that he did have a very serious chronic condition that was probably never taken care of. And I just, I have to point out here that if he would have been taken care of originally by the original owner and not let this condition get to the point that it did, we wouldn't have such a difficult adoption here. Oppenheimer does have a severe chronic rhinitis problem. We've worked with a few vets, specialists, and had him looked at and did some workup, a lot of lab tests. He's been on several different types of antibiotics. He is just really playful right now. So we've done a lot to try to come here, try to improve his condition, and we've definitely have seen an improvement, but there still is a lot that needs to be done with him. As you can see, he'll just sit here and entertain himself. But Oppenheimer is on the road to recovery. He does need a special home. He's going to need a home where he's going to be the only kitty in the home, mostly because of his condition, and someone that's going to be willing to get him the care that he needs. He's currently on some prednisone to help deal with the issue, and basically what we have here is a severe chronic rhinitis issue. And our staff would be happy to tell you more about him, let you meet him. See, he can calm down and be a really nice, calm kitty. But he's been here a long time, so a lot of that energy you see is just built up in him. And he's really just looking for a home where he can run and be free inside the house, be safe from predators outside, and a place where he's going to be loved and taken care of for the rest of his life. So if you're interested in Oppenheimer, again, our very special kitty here, come on down to the Ames shelter. We'd love to introduce you to him and show you just what a nice cat that he can be. And hopefully he's going to fit into your home and your environment. And our next guest today is Pinto. Pinto actually came to us, a very sad story. His owner had passed away unexpectedly. And then Pinto didn't have a place to go. We contacted the next of kin, and unfortunately with their living situation and obligations and current pets, they were not able to take Pinto. So Pinto is about 8 years old. He is a beautiful, long-haired, black and white cat, as you can see. He's really scared. This environment's kind of scary for him. He was used to being at home with his dad, relaxing in the house, and I'm sure watching TV together. But it appears to be a very gentle cat. Loves to be scratched here around the ears and the head. But again, is very stressed in this environment, so I'm really hoping that we can get Pinto into a new home. In addition to the long hair, he's actually quite a large kitty. So if you're looking for a big cat to be in your house and be an indoor kitty with you, Pinto might be a good choice for you. He is 8 years old. He was neutered. He's completely up to date on all of his vaccinations. The owner took very good care of Pinto and made sure that he was well taken care of. And again, unfortunately, due to the passing of his dad, the only person he's known, we're looking for a home for Pinto. So it's very sad for us to see, and especially around the holidays, to see these animals that don't have a home of their own, that are here in the shelter. And we just want all of our animals that are here at the shelter and in every shelter to be home for the holidays. It's a time of the year when we think about others and try to help others as much as we can, and these furry felines are no exception to that. We want to make sure that they get the best care that they can and find that perfect forever home too. So if you're interested in meeting Pinto, come on down to the shelter. We'd love to introduce you to him and tell you a little bit more about him. We do have some information from the family members. But if you're interested in meeting Pinto, come on down to the shelter. He's still adjusting, so he's probably going to be a little shy in the kennel, but he's coming around, and I think is going to be a great cat once he's able to get in a home again and be able to relax and enjoy life, as they all should. So if you're interested in Pinto, come on down to the shelter. And our final guest for today is Vivian. Vivian came into us. She was an owner-surrendered cat, so the owner could no longer care for her. As I understand, they had some other cats in the household. Interestingly enough, Vivian came to us pregnant, so she was surrendered when she had kittens, and that might have been part of the reason for the surrendering of her. And just a really good opportune time for us to talk about spaying and neutering, the importance of that. Vivian herself is such a young cat, never really should have had kittens, and we hope that more people are getting their pets spayed or neutered, especially cats. We do see so many more cats in the animal shelter than we do dogs, so it's always important to get these guys spayed and neutered. A lot of benefits as far as health reasons to get them spayed and neutered, and of course the pet overpopulation issue. That's a really good reason to do that. But she had her kittens, and we had a wonderful foster family that came and took Vivian and her 3 kittens. I can't say enough nice things about our foster families. They truly are lifesavers. They make a world of difference to the animals, and definitely here in Vivian's case, and all of the 3 kittens. And by the way, all 3 kittens have already been adopted, so now it's Vivian's turn. We hope to find a home for her very soon. She's a domestic short hair. She's kind of got a few different colorations going on here. She's got some tabby stripes and the gray and the white. And she's been spayed now, so we're going to make sure that she can never have kittens again. So we want her to enjoy her own life and not have to worry about her young. So she is available for adoption now. And again, like I said, her 3 kittens have already been adopted. Unfortunately, during the kitten season months, a lot of the kittens get adopted, and the adults tend to stay here longer. And that's unfortunate for them, just for the fact that they have to stay in the shelter and they're not in their forever home. But as I've said before on the show, that doesn't mean anything bad for those adult cats, because they stay here until they get adopted. We're absolutely committed to making sure that they find their forever homes, no matter how long it takes. And Vivian's going to be no exception to that. So we will keep her here until she finds that forever home that's a qualified adopter that's been approved for adoption through our agency. Again, she has been spayed now, so we don't have to worry about any more kittens. She does have all of her claws, and we want to make sure that she keeps them. And just a reminder that we do provide the free nail trims for life. So if you adopt Vivian or any of the cats, maybe one of the other 2 you've seen today, they all have their claws. We will provide those nail trims for life for free. All you need to do is just call us and come on down, and we'll be happy to do that. We can also show you how to do that at home as well. Saves them a little bit of the stress of the car ride and getting them in the carrier. But it's well worth it, and we want to make sure that these guys continue to have their claws. So again, Vivian is available here for adoption. She is about 1.5 to 2 years, we believe. So very young cat, kind of a small cat, especially when I think of the others that we just had on the show. Pinto is a good example. She's at least half the size of Pinto, maybe even less. But Vivian is a sweet cat, a little bit on the shy side, but I think it's probably the camera and the lights and everything going on in the room here. Plus, she just, got adjusted from going into a home with with her kittens, the foster home, and now coming back to the shelter. So there's some adjustment time that needs to happen there. So if you're interested in meeting Vivian, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. All right, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching the show today. Remember, that's just a sampling of the animals that we have available for adoption. We do have one very large dog, Trapper John. You can see him on our website, which is amesanimalshelter.org. Very nice, very big dog, but does have some special needs. So we are accepting applications on him. Lots of other cats, including some small kittens that are available for adoption, but don't forget those adults. As you're spending time with your family and friends during this holiday season, we want you to remember and think of all the animals that are here at the shelter that don't have a home. And if you're thinking about adopting a pet, please come down to our shelter. We have so many wonderful, amazing pets. Again, if you're closer to another animal shelter, stop by that shelter. All shelters have just incredible animals that are waiting to find their forever home. And again, it's heartbreaking for us to see these guys here during the holidays when they don't have their own home to be in. They're here at the animal shelter. Also, as we're waiting for our first snow here in Iowa, we want to make sure that people are understanding and keeping their pets indoors. We get quite a few calls every year during this time where good meaning pet owners allow their dogs to go outside to go potty, and they forget about them. And we get calls of the dogs sitting there shivering on the porch in the snow. So just want to remind people, if you let them out for a real quick potty break, they got to come right back in. Our winters, of course, are very severe and just not safe for pets to be left outside. So I want to send that reminder out to all the people, and make sure you share that information with your family, your friends. We want to make sure that all the pets stay safe this winter. And that they enjoy their forever home with you and your family. Thank you for watching.